Turn your house into a dream home. Recently opened a brand new one-stop stop for hardware and home decor. Visit the Home Hub at Mauble Madan Riting.
Yakasni Pyrshah Drok hakapertay la rakhi hakanong ba Shillong mentakasni balapenlong katanat pulit bat ka Social Welfare Department ha ususo Thma Auditorium. Habakran hakani ka jingyalang umintri rong ba ka jylla u konrat ki sangma ulaong bakidan kumba 10,000 sans pa ngut ki samna ki bashate mraw ha udrok ha ka jylla ba ka Sorkar kalashim yakani ka sinjam lingba ka Dream Drug Reduction Elimination and Action Mission banrat dingkhong ya uni u yak chakor ka imlang salang ulaong ba ka jingya khun Pyrshah kamdei tang yu drok hindrei kandei ka jingya khun na ka binta ka jingbaha jingmya jong ki samna ka jylla ulaong ba ka Dream lamang shpau klo tingka man usnem ban pulut ban Ialeh Pyrshah yu drok bat san pau klo tingka na benta san snem ban wan kani ka pisa kan long na benta ban Pyrshah ni ki seng Draymond ki Ialeh ban pinkalai ki bangop ha udrok na lor ki wei ki jingdon kam ban ai ka jing pinshai bat pinsngau thu shaki pat ba ha kani ka singi umintri rang ba ula panlat ya ka drug free Meghalaya app ula IT ru ya ki drug detection kits shaka anti narcotics task force Kibasaki lang hakani kasingi kilong Deputy Chief Minister ba Prastun Tingson u DGP u Dr. LR Bishnoi Additional Chief Secretary Home Dr. Shakil P. Ahmad Batkiway.
That this program that you're seeing today is not just because today's drug-free, drug abuse and illicit trafficking day which is being organized by Government of India, Meghalaya and the whole world and the UN. This is happening because it is part of a plan. It's not just a single program that's happening. It's part of a much larger picture to ensure that we are able to bring out productive, responsible, healthy youth for the future of the families, for the future of our state and for our country. We realize that no matter what we do, whether the hundreds of crores we spent in terms of the sports infrastructure that is there, or whether we create multiple people's colleges that are coming up everywhere, whether we repair all the 2,500 LP schools which we have done in the last 5 years, which was left for the last 30 years untouched. For the first time there was a concerted effort by the government to repair all the government LP schools, almost 2,500 of them, within a matter of 5 years. All of this will not matter, as the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister said, that if drugs is there in the life of our youth, it destroys not just them, but it destroys the family and destroys the society and destroys the future and all the plans that we have for the youth. So many mission programs that we have. The Northeast Olympics we have had, the Meghalaya Games we've had in the last 5 years twice, and we're going to have it every year. The different programs that we're having for selection of youth in terms of their sports talent. The grassroots music program that we're having. The entrepreneurship program we're having for prime in the urban areas and also in the rural areas. All of these are connected to you. But while we do all of this, if we don't take care of this menace, nothing will matter. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We need to realize that it's not just about what we're doing out here that's going to be impacting not just the drug menace, but it is actually, as mentioned by Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, the future of our society, of our state, and of our country. And at this point in time, I would like to really congratulate and thank the Home Department, especially our respected DGP, Bishnoi. After his joining in as the DGP of Meghalaya, he has been personally involved in ensuring that the most stringent actions are taken to ensure that any kind of drug trafficker, anybody who's involved in drugs, strict action is taken against them. As mentioned by DGP, empathy is the word. We need to realize that as a society, We need to be aware about what's happening. We need to accept what's happening. We cannot turn a blind eye to it. We need to first accept that there is a problem, face it, and find a solution together. It may take some time. It may not be easy. But if we put our heart and our minds together, I am very, very certain and sure that we will be able to achieve the dream of having a drug-free Meghalaya.
So friends, just a few points I would like to say. Drugs, abuse, and illicit trafficking keep increasing day by day, which ultimately, I think the very same month last year, the state government has declared that fighting against drugs, abuse, and illicit trafficking, we need to have a dedicated team. And ultimately, I'm so happy, 1 year exactly, we are able to come out with a documentation in the name of dreams. We need to fight this very minutes holistically, socially, and also politically. If we don't, it will be too late. And I'm so happy, I think on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, when they talk about the subject of drugs, they decided to join the government and to eradicate this very dangerous habits which is spreading throughout the state of Meghalaya. So friends, I'm so happy to see that the KSU is partnership with us. I call upon all the stakeholders, other NGOs, all religious groups, religious leaders in the state of Meghalaya. Let us jointly walk together. And I'm sure within no times we'll be able to make Meghalaya a total state free from drugs. And before I conclude my speech, my appreciation goes to the police team under the leadership of our DGP, Dr. Bishnoi, who works tirelessly to see that we are able to eliminate this dangerous habit who silently destroy our life individually and also who silently destroy the family and the society.
15 years of going through everything, including being homeless, dropping out, not being employed, no reintegration, and so on and so forth. I don't blame anyone, I don't blame the government or the police department. In my time, there was nothing in place to give us any kind of support when it comes to health or when it comes to recovery. I got my support and recovery from going to a rehabilitation center which is based in Chennai. Thankfully for me, my parents were well off enough to ship me out. That is not the case for many of our boys and girls. They cannot afford outside treatment. So what happens is, They go into various rehabs for just a short time, and as they come out, they always relapse. It is very, very difficult. Just to give you a simple figure, for people who abuse and use heroin, there is an 80% chance that a boy or girl who comes out of rehab or treatment is going to relapse. That is a huge number. So for a person to come into recovery, like me, it's very, very difficult. Okay, so I really thank the Honorable Chief Minister for what he said. We need to focus on the recovery aspect of things. If we give our boys and girls that support during and after treatment, monitoring them, not just putting them in and when they come out, they again go back to their old habits, is not going to solve the problem. Right? So I just want to say a few things more. I won't take up any more of your time. I think it's high time that we make the dream initiative of the government into a reality. That is on us. This saying no to drugs depends on me and you and each and every one of you students, family members, teachers, Rambashnongs, village defense parties, everyone. It is not the problem of the police department or the government. This is my problem, this is your problem. Our children's future is at stake. If we do not act now, the next generation is going to be gone.